Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. No, this isn't a music channel. This is a ukulele. And some of you have been following my channel know that I've been trying to paint a sunset over water. Has been my target, and sunset over water has not been happening. And I stopped and I asked the ukulele, so truth, do you actually want to have a sunset over water? And I went, no. And you might think I'm a bit weird talking to inanimate objects, but they all have consciousness. And what I realised I did was, when I had no idea what I was going to paint on this ukulele, I went on Facebook and I posted on my personal page, what colours when you think of a ukulele, what colours come to mind? And everybody came back with sunsets and beaches and all this yummy, yum, yum, yum. And I was like, yeah. I never actually asked the ukulele if that's what it wanted. And I kept wondering, why is this not working? Why is this not working? So I finally asked the question, ukulele, what would you like to be? And, okay, so some of you are saying, why are you painting a ukulele, Michelle? Well, the Incubator, which is a gallery in Tauranga, which is just over the hill from me. If you head out to the coast, you hit Tauranga, and they are doing a exhibition, and they have, you paid some money and you got a ukulele kit. Now when I say ukulele kit, this thing was raw wood. It was, these two bits were not attached. I've had to glue that. And so we have a plane taking off at the airport, so I apologise for any noise you can hear. And so one of the, so I decided to actually ask the ukulele what it would like to be, because I have come across this piece of information in my time as an artist, and I remember hearing it years and years ago. I was talking to a sculptor and I'm like, how do you get ideas on what to carve stone into? And he was like, I don't. I'm just letting out what is already there. And I was like, that's weird. But now I know what he meant after all this time. So if you have a canvas that you have tried pouring on time and time again, would you be willing to stop and ask the question, what would the canvas like to look like? And it's not going to jump up and start talking to you, but you might suddenly be watching a video and go, oh, I could do that on that canvas. And if that feels really light and expansive, then go for it. So now you're all wondering, what did my ukulele say to me? My ukulele said it wanted to be mostly white, which I was like, really? But what about the yellows and the blues and the green, the oranges and the reds of the sunset? And it's like, I don't want to be a sunset. I'm sure there's a ukulele out there somewhere that I can paint as a sunset over water, but this one does not want to be that one. So, so what it would like to be is pretty much a sandwich pour, and a flip and drag. Two different pieces, one on one side, one on the other, and I haven't really got clarity as to how they're going to combine on the side, but we will discover that, I'm sure. So what am I doing? I'm covering up the hole. I'm painting the back first. It's gonna need to be a two-piece pour, so I haven't decided yet whether you're gonna see this in two pieces or whether it's gonna be a really long video and you're gonna get to see the whole thing. But as I said, I received it as raw wood, rather rough cut, but you don't get much for what I paid to enter this exhibition. So we have our thing, and I have got 3 coats of gesso on there. 3 coats. And so with those 3 coats of gesso, what I'm getting the awareness of is that hopefully that should be enough. I have sanded it. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. And the likelihood of me generating a perfect ukulele, of course it depends on your definition of perfect, really, doesn't it? Just gonna put that there so that it's got, in case it tries to tip. So let's have a look at the colours it asked to go with the white. Of course, I've got my white, and this is my spring indoor outdoor paint from Bunnings. I have got phthalo blue, red, which is quite good because it's February and red is our challenge colour for the month, and I've got purple, and this is an extremely dark purple, but the method of pouring that I'm using for this pour, I'm totally good with that. A couple more drops of water in there. So that is literally just probably about 1 part phthalo blue to 4 or 5 parts crimson red. Lots of red. I haven't watered down this at all, color wise, like with white at all. So we will see what shows up. And I'm just going to put silicone in the purple. I'm not going to put silicone in the blue or the red. And I'm going to do a sandwich pour out of my gravy jug. Signature piece, my own invention. This gravy jug pour. I was the one that introduced gravy jugs to the pouring community. So, thought, well, why not? And when I asked the ukulele, it said yes. So that's always a good start. Now, I don't need a huge amount of paint for this. Hello birdies. This part of the ukulele is actually smaller than an 8x10 canvas. See, look, there's the ukulele. Oh, you can't see that. Look, I can cover it. So I've probably got lots of paint, and that's all good. So what else do you need when you have a ukulele? You need some lube. For those of you that are new to my channel, it's okay. Don't run away. This particular lubricant is 100% dimethicone. And dimethicone is a form of silicone that makes fantastic cells in acrylic pouring. So let's do it. So we've got our house paint, and we're going to put some of that in there, and then I'm going to put, don't need a lot of colour actually in here, so very little blue, very little red, and very little purple. So where do we begin? Now, in a sandwich pour, so I've got a total of about 80 mils in there. 8 by 10, that's 80. So 8 times 10 for an 8 by 10 canvas, that's 80 mils of paint. So I've got about the right amount of paint for that, but I need to add some more in for that. So I'm just gonna, I had somebody say to me the other day, I can't seem to get sandwich pours right. I can't cover all that colour with my white. I never do. It's always got colour on the top. But if you pour your paint from high enough, it will penetrate down into the white and it will actually encase itself. So there we go. That's what I've got in the bottom there. And we're now up to 150 mil. So let's have a look. Let's see what we get. Let's pour it out. And I'm gonna I've got a lot of colour in there, haven't I? Now, it's funny, ever since I first started thinking about doing this, I always knew that I'd be putting stripes on the back of the fretboard. And it's interesting because that actually matches the stripes on a fretboard, doesn't it? Just need to get it. Starting to run out of paint now. And instead of it running over the sides, it's running down the holes. Ah! Come on. You can do this. I need you to come over the sides though. Come on. Run down there. And I'm just gonna scrape this paint down so it gets to the Alright, so I just need to grab some paint and get all of this covered. Bring it down. Make sure all of my gesso is covered. That sounds pretty good. Alright, so now with that like that, I'm really pleased with the handle. Maybe I should have done it 3 pours. Ah, you're not very clear, sorry. My apologies, my huge apologies. Let's see if we've got any cells in here before I start. Yes, we have cells. Yay, I like cells. If you're doing a 3D object, try and let it run most of its paint off before you ask for the cells to show up. Because otherwise your cells will distort and go really weird. Come on. Sure there's more in here. Now, the target is to cover what isn't covered without... Oh, I'm shaking. Oh, okay, so this feels like the same as if I'm doing a commission. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's like I'm trying to meet other people's expectations, and I don't even know what their expectations are, and I've already decided that I won't meet them. So everything that is times a gazillion, I destroy and create it all. Now some of you are going, why are you adding paint? You've got lots of paint on there. I'm just creating a wet surface for this paint to run across. Okay. Otherwise it's going to distort majorly. Totally happy for it to run off. But I'd like it to run off. Just bringing that up, what ran off already off the neck. And just popping it back up on here. Look at those cells that are coming out. They are yummy. Let me just zoom in and show you. Do you see what I see? Okay. So now I have paint on all of it. And when I tilt, we're going to end up with the paint actually covering the back. Just a little bit so it can run off. And then we're going to take it back down this end and tilt towards me till it runs off, and then tilt that way. Oh, I've got the shakes. Look at this. Everywhere I'm unwilling to get it wrong. I'm willing to screw it up. Let's go up all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, buckle, 9 boys, shorts and beyonds. Sorry guys, I'm tipping and I zoomed in, didn't I? That's what's causing this. Alright, I really like that. Like, really like it. Really, really, really like it. So what I'm going to do again is just go around and wet the sides, just so that it can pull some of that funky stuff down the sides. And hey, if I come back to it when it's dry and go, I don't like the sides, I can paint over it. But I put that card and that masking tape on the bottom so that anything that runs underneath is not actually gonna, I'm not gonna have to wait till it's dry enough to sand it all off and all of that. Now some of you might find this part a bit boring, you can't see what I'm doing, blah blah blah. Skip ahead. I'm not talking, I'm being really boring. Alright, have fun with that. Right, I've done this side. How am I going to turn it around so I can do the other side? Because the other side needs a lot of work. Alright. Oops, that just all ran off. Resorting to the finger. Okay. I'm just going to zoom you out a little bit. See. There we go. That's one side. There she goes. Just want a little bit to go over those edges. There we go. Twinkle, tinkle, tolly, to-do-do, blah blah. Alright. I'm just going to let that sit and drain and dribble. Ooh. You know what it reminds me of? One of those mirror glaze cakes. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands and get you down and show you what we've got. Okay, so let's start at the head and work down the neck. So we've got some really pretty cells in here. Look at those ones. They like change colour on a line. They're like kissed and cuddled on the line. It's so cute. Lovers separated by a border, kissing through the wall. No, that is not a Trump reference. Okay, let's go down. Look at that. And there's almost like this line of a backbone through the center there. And I did try and get it fairly centered. It was, ooh, that's a weird face. I don't know which way you guys are looking at that. But look, it's got bug eyes, a bit of a nose, and then big smiley teeth. And then around the sides, it's dribbling. So as you can see, there are places where I added the paint, but it's slowly getting pushed down and changing. And as I said, we'll see what it looks like when it's dry, and see what we get. And I can always repaint the side. Oops, too close, sorry. So I really like that. I'm really pleased I listened to the ukulele and not to my thinking brain. So I'm going to let that dry. I am going to let it dry and let it dry and let it dry and let it dry. It needs to be dry enough for me to be able to, well, if we're keeping, whatever we're keeping, I need to be able to tape it. I'm not sure quite what that looks like. But I've only got, what is it today, the 3rd. I've only got 13 days to have it in the exhibition. So I'm kind of a little bit pushed for time. The first ukulele got lost in the post, and by the time we got the second one, I'm a bit short on time. So I'll be back when it's dry and show you what happened. See you soon. Okay. So this is touch dry. I'm not quite ready to paint on it yet. I'm going to give it at least another 24 hours before I do the next bit. But what I am doing while it's still soft is I'm going to come in with my blade and just peel away that painter's tape, picking it off when it gets stuck like that. Okay. Taking it easy. Almost wish I'd done this side first. Now, I know it wasn't dry. Guess where I'm signing this? Ugh. Dinkle Donkin. I know it wasn't dry. How does it get any better than that? Alright. Just one little piece there, but it's just got tape. I'm just gonna trim that. Alright, I'm gonna put it back down that way. Let that dry. And we will be back. Okay, so it's dry and it has stayed pretty much the same, as is quite normal for my paintings. I am super happy with it. I've got some cleaning up to do on this side before I paint, and just get some of these edges a little bit cleaner. I've taken the thingy off, as you saw in the last little clip, and there's the bits where I put my finger in, but I think I'm gonna make something to go there for with my signature or something. Create something yummy. You can hardly see it, look. Bit more on that angle, but that's okay. I can make a tag. Tagalicious. So I am super happy with this. This looks yummy, yummy, yummy. It changes quite dynamically when it gets to the neck, but it's still got some yummy cells. And the head's even different again. Yay! But the sides are beautiful. So my target for the top is to be able to keep those sides looking beautiful. So I'm going to give it another day. I don't want the white. My target is to do a flip and drag on here. So I'm looking to have just pure white with a flip and drag, sort of looping, disappear up there and come out the top. So that'll be another video, obviously, but I'm super pleased with that. It's just yummy. So I'm going to yeah, I'm not sure. I need to find a way of making sure that that doesn't get spoiled. Thinking about it now, I really should have done the flip and drag first, but I didn't, so that's okay. I'm just gonna keep creating. What else is possible now? So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to sharing with you the process of doing the other side, and I look forward to sharing that with you in another video. And what else is possible now? I'm excited. Come join us on Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to watch more of my videos, hit the subscribe button and then the bell button so that you get notified. If you want to come visit me when I go live and want to know ahead of time when that's happening, then please go to Mickey Art /sign up. So that is, let me put that on here for you. mickeyart.co.nz/sign up. Ta-da! And it's birthday month. Have you been to check out what I've got on auction? I am doing week-long auctions on my website, and some of my older stuff that hasn't sold but is still beautiful. Check that out, mickeyart.co.nz/birthday. And they're starting at $1 reserve, and there's still some there that nobody's bid on, so you could still get a painting for $1 plus postage. Come visit, come play. What else is possible? How much fun can we have together? I adore you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. Bye bye.